Uh, Amit Goyal ji, let me request you to like deliver your address and thanks for joining us. Great to have you here. Amit, over to you.
Thank you, Ravi. So just give me a minute. Let me pull up the right presentation.
Yeah.
How much time do we have for this, Ravi?
We have 15 minutes with us, Amit. No worries on this. We will extend this session. Okay.
Sure. Is my screen visible to you?
Yes, yes, yes. Very much.
Perfect. So, so since I was looking at the audience type, and I realized that many of your audience today are going to be the decision makers from higher education, the leaders of the universities and colleges. And you have been running this organization for a very long time. I've seen you growing from ranks. I'm sure you would know this space better than many of us here. So what we see is when we talk about Indian universities today, every student wants to go for the top names, be it IIT or IIMs or NITs or those kinds of institutes. However, the education system and the entry criteria is defined in a way that only the top-notch Indian learners, who are in the top 95%, only they are able to secure admission at those institutes. So, what about the remaining 80%, 90% of our Indian students who are studying at average universities, which, by the way, offer great infrastructure in the best of their capacity, and they wish to make their learners more employable, more skilled? The challenge that we see with those colleges is many of the top corporates do not go there for campus placements. What they feel is their students lack the basic skill set which makes them employable. So these are some of the challenges which edX, which is a joint venture of MIT and Harvard University, solves for institutes around the world. So during COVID era, I mean, we have been talking about online education for about 20 years now. And I'm sure every presentation or every event or seminar that you conduct, you must be talking or having speakers who talk extensively about online education. However, the real implication of online education, or as we all know, the basic tools that actually emerged during the COVID era. So, what we saw is during the COVID era, it was 95% in person and only 5% online. And during COVID, what we saw is a complete shift. In COVID era, everything was happening just online. For good 1.5 years, or in fact, we will be completing about 2 years in this COVID era, wherein colleges are offering their entire content online. And the in-person is going down. But we all know that campuses are going to open soon. So this event is not going to prevail in the longer run. What will happen in the future? And this was also a question by Satya Murthy from SRM University, that how future colleges will look like. Will they be offering only physical? Will they be offering online digital, only digital? And how these institutes will survive? So, as I mentioned before COVID, it was mainly in person, very little online. It completely flipped during the COVID era. I'm sure all of us would have kids at home, and the parents would be struggling with their online education. And we all know that this is going to, embark an equilibrium very, very soon. So, moving forward, what we see is we're not going back to the old normal. This is what Nagarajan also mentioned, that once this COVID era is gone, that doesn't mean we will rely completely offline. We will not completely rely on offline infrastructure. We will still be using a mix of both online and offline. So the future of education, the future of learning is going to be blended, wherein online and offline will play an equal role. And Professor Sahasrabuddhe mentioned that it is almost equal 50% of the credit. So currently it is about 40%, and I hope that increases in future. So I feel that 50% of the degree, if you can take online, we were talking about multiple entry and multiple exit points. So if a student is going for a BTech degree, then if he wants to acquire an additional skill, he should be able to take it online. He should be able to create his own, online degree. Apologies to use this word, but one of the famous researchers said degrees are having sex now. Skills are cross pollinating. Someone who used to work, or someone who was a student of arts was earlier considered inferior than someone who had an engineering degree in computer science. But today, when we talk about smart cities, smart homes, when you look at the engineers who are working with large companies such as Apple, Microsoft, IBM, etc., they're working on smart humanity. They're working on things which appeals to smart humans. And for them, they just don't require coding skills. They also require basic humanities background. They also need to know how the machines will respond to human feelings. So for them, they require a mix of both arts, humanities, and engineering. And this blend will going to be offered in a blended format by online players like edX, Swayam platforms, and other online course providers. Talking about edX, we are the world's largest non-profit e-learning platform, which has been founded by MIT and Harvard University. edX is also known as the founder of the MOOC movement, the massive open online course movement. What we do is we offer online courses across anything. Whether you're looking for courses on teachers training, we have decision makers of universities present here who are offering multidisciplinary degrees ranging from engineering to arts to commerce to masters in leadership or finance or cybersecurity. All of those skill set you name and the relative courses will be available on the edX platform. And all of these courses only comes from the top ranking institutes of the world, such as MIT, Harvard, Oxford, Berkeley. From India, there is IIT Bombay, IIM Bangalore, and professional organizations such as IBM, Microsoft, Google, Rolls-Royce, etc. So when a learner completes an edX course, they receive a certificate of completion, which is provided by that university. So on edX, if you're taking a course from Oxford University or Harvard or Berkeley or Columbia, you're going to get a certificate of completion from that institute with the professor's name and signature. And what is the value of these certificates? What is the value of these online courses? The value that we have truly seen reflects in the learner's credibility. So this person is Akshay Kulkarni, who was studying at, I would quote, not so elite college, a normal B grade or C grade college in some part of India. And while he was completing his engineering, he was sure that there is no chance of him getting a campus placement. But he was determined, and this was many years ago. So, alongside his degree, he started taking courses on Microsoft technologies on edX platform. And with every course he took, he got certifications by Microsoft. Once he completed his degree, he applied for a job at Microsoft, wherein his peers made fun of him that, maybe your ambitions are a bit too high. You might not even aim for it. But the call that he got from Microsoft completely stunned him. Not only did they call him for an interview, but they said we do not even need to take your examination to prove your skill set because you have already done that on the platform, and you have certifications which prove your skill set. And he got a successful job with Microsoft. And he's one such learner. We have 45 million learners on our website from every part of the world, and 74% of them have reported a career progression or a career advancement after taking these online courses. Now, when we work with colleges, what exactly do we do? So today, some of the colleges struggle to market their skill set to the right students. Sometimes they're not able to fulfill, the entire seats that they have in a complete program. The other challenge that is correlated is when a student graduates from that university, often they are not able to land a very good package. They do not get good jobs, which in turn not only affects the student, but also tarnishes the brand image of a college. You would know that if an Indian student aspires to go to IIT and not ABC college, it's not because of the campus infrastructure and other things, because he knows if he gets into a top college, then that degree is going to give him an assured job assurance. This is something which has been missing with the rest of the colleges. And this is the exact problem that edX solves with you. So today, if you're a college and you're offering your degrees, we can partner with you and enhance your degree programs by blending specializations. For example, if your college is offering BTech in computer science, we can add a specialization in artificial intelligence or machine learning or data science from Harvard, Columbia, Cornell, these kinds of institutes. So when your students graduate, they don't just graduate with a BTech computer science, but BTech computer science from your university with a specialization in data science from Harvard University. What is the academic and professional recognition that they get from it? Tomorrow, if the same learner applies for an on-campus degree at MIT or Columbia for their own campus degree program, then these colleges give them preference in admission because our MicroMasters programs are credit backed. So they give you certain advancement options. And if the learner is accepted, then they already receive credits. They receive credits for what they have studied online. So, for example, if a learner is doing an artificial intelligence course from Columbia University while they're still doing their BTech, and after doing their BTech, if they apply for an MSc at Columbia University, Columbia University is going to give them preference in admission. And if the learner is accepted, the tuition fee will be reduced by about 30%. So they will get credits for whatever they have studied online. They will not have to repeat the same thing. So this is the kind of academic recognition that we provide. Other than this, we are working with thousands of enterprises around the world. Any company in any field that you may talk about, be it automotive, we have companies like uh, Mahindra, Tata, Mercedes, Ashok Leyland, Royal Enfield, etc. We have all the large IT companies and technology giants such as Microsoft, IBM, Accenture, Google, banks like SBI, HDFC, etc. So they use edX courses to train their workforce. So when a learner comes to their organization and applies for a job, the organizations give them preference while hiring them. Because on one hand, they are paying edX to train their workforce. On the other hand, if they're getting the same credibility, same credentials from a fresh graduate, they certainly get preference. In fact, Tech Mahindra has identified 9 programs on edX, and they say anyone in India who completes one of those programs online, whether they be a student of any college or university, they will get a guaranteed interview opportunity with them. So this is a kind of professional recognition that we provide to colleges. Overall, for their campus, for your faculty, we give you a range of digital content. We provide tons of training material for your faculties to act as a co-learner. Before teaching something to the student, they can learn how to teach online. They can take those courses. Leaders, decision makers at those institutes can take courses like Leaders of Learning from Harvard University. For students, we create learning path, what kind of courses that they have to take in every semester. And for administrators and regulators, we give them complete data and analytics with assessments that students have successfully and legitimately complete these courses with this percentage, thereby replacing or substituting their internal training and assessment measures. Today, we are working with thousands of institutes around the world who are an edX powered institute who integrate edX courses into their degrees. Some of the examples that I have today are IIT Bombay, DY Patil, Jan University, etc. And with that, I would like to run a small video, which is about 2 minutes, which is being used by DY Patil University for the thousands of students who integrate edX courses into their degree curriculum. So I'll play this video now.
DY Patil University. The vision of DY Patil University is to transform India into a global leader in education, healthcare, and sports by delivering high quality learning opportunities. A 38-year-old legacy with more than 60,000 alumni around the world, state-of-the-art infrastructure spread across 68 acres in the heart of Navi Mumbai. Online courses and programs are an inextricable part of today's dynamic higher education environment. As DY Patil University moves towards a blended learning approach, it is imperative that we maintain high quality, enriched and engaging learning experiences for students. For this reason, we have initiated our collaboration with edX, a leading online learning platform with a wide range of courses from top universities across the globe. With edX Online Campus, we are able to impart value-added courses to the students of DY Patil University along with the existing academic curriculum. Our experienced faculty members have gone through a rigorous analytical process of shortlisting relevant courses for students across different functions like health sciences, engineering, architecture, culinary arts, and many more. These value-added specialized professional courses will be integrated with our existing academic curriculum and will be delivered seamlessly to our students under the watchful eyes of our experienced faculty members.
It's incredibly valuable to have both my degree from DY Patil University as well as a certificate from MIT.
The data science content that I learned from the MIT was an incredible addition to my degree program, and it gave me an advantage with my skills and knowledge.
I think it's very important that each and every student should aspire, should develop a sense of purpose to do something meaningful, to do something truly path-breaking which will change the world, which will transform societies. So I feel today India is a global superpower. We are emerging. It's important that we get those glorious days back into our country. Why can't India be a center of learning?
So with this, as you mentioned, this is one such example on how we are working with universities around the world and creating the campus digital and integrating edX courses which are offered by top ranking institutes around the world as a part of their curriculum. So this is going to be the new normal, and this is going to be a good thing. And let's make it happen. We're happy to work with you. Kindly reach out to us to inquire about how you could partner with edX. And we are offering, a very phenomenal offer for Indian colleges to partner with us and offer these certifications from top institutes around the world and make their students more knowledgeable, more employable, and more innovative. So with that, thank you for having me, and I'll be open to taking any questions, Raviji, now.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you very much. Wonderful insights and a deck of presentation. So there is some questions, Amit, regarding first question that is asked by Mr. Rahul Singhi, SKIT Ghaziabad, that what is the impact on students that graduated during the pandemic, majority online learning? What are your views? So Amit, if you want to highlight that, what is the future which is going to be and how people are going to be see this online education in the future? Amit, your views on it?
Sure, I'll be taking a couple of these questions. So what is the impact of students that graduate during this pandemic? So I don't think there is any impact on the student because a student is still earning their degree anyway. And while they're earning their degree, they're earning that skill set. All they have to do is to demonstrate that skill set to the right company against the right opportunity. Today, for example, we have been trying to hire for resources for a while now. And when I look at my LinkedIn page, there are plenty of job opportunities out there. A number of new opportunities have emerged. Many of them are hiring fresh graduates. Professor Sahasrabuddhi also mentioned that there are about 12 lakh internship opportunities out there. So regardless of when you graduate, there are ample opportunities out there. Just have a broad horizon and go and get them. And if you feel that even after completing your degree, you have missed a skill set which restricts you from applying for that job. For example, you have done your BTech in, let's say, computer science, but you still don't know a lot about data science, but you want to work in the field of data science. So go to the edX platform or any other online resources, take courses on data science by these top institutes, and then apply for job opportunities out there.
Amit, how you are thinking that how the universities are going to evolve in the coming future? Right now, physical education is going to be or the hybrid or the blended mode. What is their views, Amit, regarding that? That the students should pursue 2 degrees at the same time. How, because multiple courses people are doing. Once online also, they're doing the physical also. They are using some platform also to gain more knowledge. There's so much of platforms right now. So how you suggest, Amit, that what kind of platform we have to use? What kind of future of the higher education is there right now?
So this is what actually I addressed in my presentation. The future of education that we see is going to be blended. So Abhishek, as you know, for a very long time, completely offline has been failing us. There have been numerous reports that say 80% of engineering graduates in India are considered unemployable. And at the same time, the same companies who call these people unemployable, they struggle to find the job ready talent because the technology is changing too fast. And our corporates, our campuses, they're not able to meet the changing demand of those skill set. And if they have to go and take approval from certain authorities to amend the curriculum and the syllabus of the degree courses, that takes forever. So what they can still do is partner with additional course providers like edX and simply plug in those additional qualifications or specialization from top universities and then make their degrees blended. So moving forward, what I see is in the next couple of years, when you go for when you go and enroll for a degree program, 40%, 50% of your learning will happen online. You will have to complete a part if you're learning your lectures online. And when you come to the campus, the teacher will not just go on the blackboard and write there and ask you to do rote learning. They will act as your guide. So you will be able to learn the basics online at your own pace, come to the classroom and discuss the live case studies with your professors. So rather than being a sage on the stage, they will be your friend and a guide. And overall the campus is going to offer a integrated degree. So this
And
is
Amit,
what is the future of education.
okay,
Yes,
we carry on, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, that's it.
So, Amit, actually, one question from my side. If an engineering student who is pursuing from CS or mechanical, then how he's right now studying in any university, how he will know that he should pursue particular course from the edX also that will help in the future. So, any kind of such counseling, any kind of intelligence, what edX is providing, that students should pursue the curriculum that is provided in the BE BTech during the 4 year courses. Inside that, he can avail the edX also so that it will help in the future. So, how such kind of intelligence a student can be generated, sir? So, how edX is helping in this scenario to the students?
So edX has a customer success team which works directly with every college. And for every college, we give them complete training and guidance to how to encourage their students to identify the right skill set. So we basically work with them to create the skills block. So if you're working with a college, we will partner with their faculty of engineering and we'll tell them, okay, you're offering computer science. With computer science, you may offer a specialization in artificial intelligence or in data science. We have identified certain skills of the future, and along those future skills, we guide the college that how many number of vacancies are there, what kind of skills you should be focusing upon. So all of this counseling is provided jointly by college as well as edX platform to the end user. So users can then take a conscious call. And even today, let's say if you're an individual learner and you don't go through your college, so Abhishek, even you, for example, directly open edX.org and let's say you want to learn something about digital learning or artificial intelligence or leadership or any communication skills, whatever you may want to learn about. Just go to the platform, write the keyword, number of courses will come up, and you will be able to learn absolutely free without paying anything. If you have
That's
to
it.
get a certificate of completion, that's the only time wherein we charge. So on an average, we charge about 10,000 rupees for a certificate from a direct student. But when they come through a college, then we give a subscription model to a college wherein they pay about 5,000, 10,000 rupees and they can take unlimited certifications over a period of 1 year. So
That's it, sir.
students as well as college, they get huge benefits over there.
That's it. And Amitji, Alex is working in the multiple countries, in India and multiple in the foreign also, in US also, and is a US based company. So, what the major challenges and the one best thing you are seeing right now in the Indian higher education system? One best thing and one thing that should be changed according to you, Amitji, right now, seeing the global education, that one prospect you want to put in the Indian higher education system, that this is the best thing, this we have to work on it. So anything, Amitji, you want to highlight?
So, sure. We have about 4.5 to 5 crore learners from about 192 countries studying on edX platform, and we have very rich data about them. Overall, if I look at the average age of an edX learner, it is about 27, 28 years. But if I look at the average age of an Indian user on edX platform, it is about 23, 24 years. And because we
Okay.
are a very young population, so we have the right, for example, in India, what happens is, if I'm talking about a poor family or a family with limited resources, who cannot afford certain luxuries in life, but even that parent would want to pay the tuition fee just so their student could go to the best college. So education is a very high emotional quotient or very high emotional value in Indian system. We all aspire education from the best places that we could afford. And so I think that aspiration plus the young population and the kind of skill set that we have, that's a very strong asset. All we need is the right direction.
Oh,
Like China is the manufacturing hub for the world, India, in a similar way, is the software hub for the world. All the major companies that you may think of, after India forms their largest learner base, their largest employee base, be it IBM, Microsoft, Google, a very large number of their workforce is based in India. The right talent is available, low prices, and aspiration to grow is there. However, the key challenge what we face is when we still go to the campuses and universities, and this is a challenge which I would say I used to face about 2 years ago. So if I would go to a college and tell them to take these online courses and include them into their degrees, they will say, "What will my teachers do then?
hmm,
This is going to
hmm,
replace my teachers."
hmm, hmm.
My submission to them would be, "Sir, if your teachers can be replaced by a machine, they deserve to be replaced, because that is not the job of your teacher to be getting replaced by an online learning resources." So
True, sir.
during pandemic, what they have learned is they have to use online resources as a tool to get better. And I think moving forward, they have the right skill set, they have the right mindset to adopt digital learning wholeheartedly.
Oh. And Amit sir, my last question was on the national education policy that comes in 2020. Is this NEP is sufficient enough to bring Indian higher education system to the global standards? Your views, Amit ji.
So, Abhishek, it's not just the execution of the policy, but how this is fully implemented at the grassroots level. For example, some of the things which are mentioned there, as Sastra Buddhiji also mentioned, that there are multiple entry criteria and multiple exit criteria.
Hmm.
Like as a student, I was very interested in computer science. I used to love coding, but I know that if I have to take computer science, I will have to bear maths, because that is an essential part of engineering degree, getting
Hmm.
admission into the engineering stream. But I
Yes,
think
sir.
with the new education policies, students will not have to rely on that. If I'm good at coding, I can simply take a couple of subjects in coding and create my own modular degree. But
Perfect.
will the infrastructure be right for it? I think in the longer run, this is definitely going to be there. And students would also have to learn one more thing, that a degree is not enough. When you just go with a degree to a prospective employer, they look for something more than that. In fact, many of the leading corporates are even moving away from degree. For example, in Tesla, they don't care about if you have a degree or not.
Hmm.
Google also doesn't care about where you have got your degree. What they're looking for is a skill set. So I think a degree may get you, give you a living, but the right skill set may give you the fortune. And I think India is very well positioned wherein we have the right infrastructure to create this blended learning environment. And
Okay.
then we have support from the regulators like AICTE, who
Hmm.
wholeheartedly welcome integration of online courses as a part of their degree curriculum. So we are there to help them. We are there to make their campuses better. And we are a non-profit organization. We do this just to advance learning research.
Thanks. Thanks, Amitji. And you heard Amitji, all the audience, that skill set is the major thing that has to be focused. And I request all my team, if you have any other question, you can directly reach to the Amit sir. You can follow him on the social handle as well. He's pretty much active on his social handle. If the query is relevant, he will 100% revert you. Otherwise, we have our team also in the exhibition hall. You can visit our booth and you can drop your queries that also, so that edX team will directly contact you. And next option that you can drop your queries at education@digitallearning.in. If you have any particular query, we will directly forward to the Amit ji. So by this, we will wrap up this session. Thank you, Amit ji. Thank you very much for giving
Thank
your
you.
precious time to us. It's always, and Amit ji, this is small token of appreciation from World Education Service. This is
Thank you.
speaker certificate is presented to Mr. Amit Goyal, the head India Southeast Asia edX. Thank you,
Thank
Amit
you.
ji. Thank you very much for giving your
Most
precious
welcome.
time to us. Now.